Well, well, well. Hello again, everyone. Wow. Now you know the drill, you know? If I get kicked out, well, we'll get back. I'll be back. Yes. So, here we go. Welcome back, everyone. And I don't know what's going on. Again, this is not my internet that's playing up. My internet is good. It's the software for some reason. The software has been very temperamental. I don't know what's going on, and I cannot sort of find any bugs and I'm fully updated. I'm up to date with the software. But thank you guys. Welcome back. Good to see you all. Hello, hello. In case I hadn't said hello to you last time, hello again. I know. What? I hopefully they're going to fix it, because I don't mind doing multiple streams a day. You know, I've done it, no problem. It's just not necessary. It's really not necessary. Welcome back, everyone. Well, there you go. Did you miss me? I missed you. Yes, wonderful. Welcome back, guys. I see you. I know. What are they like? You know, I was just like, having a really good conversation. I was saying something really profound just now, and they cut me off. And I can't remember what I said. No memory whatsoever. Yes, you're back. Jackie says, and Yogi, I'm freezing again for me. Yes, not just you, it's everybody. I got kicked out again by this software. So hopefully I won't get kicked out too soon this time. You know, maybe we're breaking the records. We're gonna have 4 streams tonight. It's just a kind of situation. And I'll look into whether other streamers having similar issues with this software and see what I can do with it if it doesn't go away, right? Because this is not cool. You know, being kicked out of your own stream. Here we go. Yes, I was just doing these beautiful blue stitches and I got kicked out. So, oh, seriously. And I hope you're well. Keep stitching. It happens. Round 2 and already glitching. Oh, really? Is it glitching? Guys, give me a little wave. See if you can, 6. Hello, 6. I can see you, 6. 6 says, hi, Yogi. The red orange stitch from the back of the bird has only one leg of the stitch. Oh, which one? Oh, no, 6 has got sort of, she's watching my stitching with telescope, I think. Not telescope, microscope. Some sort of a scope for sure. 6, which one? The red orange stitch has only got one leg. Red orange stitch. Let's have a look. Let's examine the situation, okay? The red orange stitch that form the beak. Oh, the beak of this one. Has it only got one? Oh, sorry. Has it only got got one leg? All right then. I can't see it. Can you? Oh, this one. You mean this one? Am I correct? Is it this one? No, that one is normal. This one, the red orange Sorry, I'm trying to move to the red stitch. That one? Is it that one? 6? Hi everyone, great, you can see me. Yes, because I'm getting scared if everybody's saying it's glitching again. I don't know, my broadband, my internet is definitely normal. So it's definitely the software, and there's nothing I can do at this point because I haven't changed the settings, nothing at all. And it's just starting to glitch and kick me out. So every moment is precious, okay, guys? You never know when it's going to end. So, yes. About the blue one. Oh, that one. Oh, it does look like, yes, it does look like a 10 stitch. How do you even see that, 6? Have you got like a new Neuralink eye implant? Yes, that one. That does look like a 10 stitch. I'll fix it. Can you believe this? The first thing, you know, on the second stream, the first thing she points out is this stitch looks like a 10 stitch, and I think she's right. It does look like it doesn't have the second leg. Oh, I love it. Everybody's got all of, you know, all your stitches have kind of superpower. You can see what I can't see. I will fix it. I'll fix it in a bit. I'll figure out what color that is. So I'm gonna just do this one first, okay? Let's have a look. So this is the closest I can zoom in, and if I bring it closer to the camera there, I'm just lifting my embroidery stand. Can you see that one? That one looks like a tent. Did you see that? Yes. Rajao is back. Welcome. Welcome back. Susan says, is it going to be 60 stitches tonight? Susan, I think I might be breaking the record this time, downwards, okay? The way it goes. I think we're probably talking about two digits. No, single digits. I think I managed about 5 stitches so far. I know. There's no limit when it comes to slow stitching. Just when you think I couldn't get any slower, I'll show you how it's done. Okay, I'm gonna get this one. Oh, 6. Right, 6. I saw it when you made it, and it was never on your next live. I see. So I did that during live stream, and you saw it, but you didn't get to tell me. I didn't even notice. And I'm looking at it quite closely. Yes, that one does stick out the way it is. Well done, 6. Betty Lou Taylor is back as well. Hello. Right, with this one, I am going to, let me figure out how many stitches, okay. Now you're just so getting used, so used to being kicked out of the stream, and we just find our way back. No biggie. Just one stitch with this one. And it always happens when I'm having a little bit of monologue, when I'm kind of just talking about things, just looking at the stitches. Maybe I just need to stop stitching and just I don't know. For some reason YouTube is not happy when I'm having a monologue. Here we go. I don't think it's YouTube. It's probably the software. And I was hoping I was able to come back on the same stream, but it wouldn't let me. Oh well. I'm gonna pick the next one. Oh, in fact, I am going to do, let me have a look. Where is good? I'm gonna do this one then. Because with Gemma's method, you kind of just try to smooth out this diagonal line as much as possible. That's kind of the driving force of the method. Hello, Lizzie. Kelly says, our Wi-Fi stops periodically for no apparent reason. Yes, Wi-Fi can be temperamental as well. It depends on the bandwidth, isn't it? If you have sort of a lot of people using around that time in your area, that could create problems as well. But I suspect it's not really my broadband, because I do have internet connection even when I get kicked out. So I don't think that's the issue. It may be the software, I'm thinking. Because recently we just had an kind of update for the software, and it started to kind of play up a little bit. Hopefully they're going to fix it. So this one, I'm going to introduce a new thread, okay? 301. So tonight is the slow stitching at its best, okay? If you've never seen slow stitching before, oh, it's happening right in front of your eyes, all right? And if you'd like to learn how to stitch slower, watch and learn. Watch and learn. It's so pretty though. Every stitch is so pretty. It's that way. So this one has got 3 stitches. Sometimes I forget because the stitches are so full. It may be that sometimes when I do one stitch and instinctively I just feel like, oh, the stitch has been filled up, and I just move on to the next one, forgetting that I'm doing full cross. That could happen too. And then I'm going to park it down here. Park it down. 1, 2, and that one. Here we go. I'm going to keep going with this one. Because up to this point, I was kind of doing Gemma's method, but I wasn't particularly creating this line here, the diagonal line. And I find by keeping it diagonal, it actually makes it nicer to stitch. And I think the other day when we were looking at our Facebook group, there was one stitcher doing 25 count and 2 over 1 as well, literally stitches like this, but on a smaller or higher fabric count rather. So this is 22 and is already pretty full. But someone is doing full cross on 25 count. But probably, I'm guessing with DMC rather than CXC. Yes, Betty says super slow special. Absolutely. Yes. If you don't believe anybody can stitch this slowly, well, now you know it's possible. It's happening right in front of your eyes. This is not AI, okay? This is not slow motion. This is actually yogi stitching. Lizzie says, Yogi, one of my projects, I started at the bottom of the project. So I'm practicing parking above the square rather than below. It's early stage yet. I call it reverse parking. Yes, I mean, parking method, doesn't matter. It's block by block or Gemma's method. You could start from any corner. You know, you could... for me, it's upper left because it makes sense for my brain. But some people do other corners, bottom left, upper right, whichever. So the method doesn't change. I don't think I've ever tried to park up. Maybe I have, very briefly. But it's not, you know, it doesn't feel intuitive. But sometimes it's necessary. For instance, my center start pieces, at some point I'll have to work the area above the center, and I'll probably need to do bottom upwards method in some way, whether it's parking or not. Let's see. I quite like doing a little few stitches over here to fill up this area here. Okay, 3863, 3863. Three A 63. There you go. And Kelly says, check out Needle Kim. She sort of does Gemma's method too, but not really diagonal, more color flow. Yes, I can see the logic of color flow. But I think it probably, as I said, depending on the pattern, because Gemma is stitching on a piece that just so happen there are quite a lot of stitches, kind of, how do I call it, that kind of suitable for color flow. If it's super confetti, I'm not sure you wouldn't be able to flow with the color because they're not together. All the stitches are, all the colors are scattered, you know, with confetti. But if you have patterns that you have a lot of kind of clusters of the same color, then yes, I think color flow will make a lot more sense rather than forcing it into a diagonal shape. So I haven't really got a hang of the color flow there. It's probably to do with the pieces I'm stitching on as well. So this one, I can do these 3 stitches. There. Betty Hankins says, Yogi, Amy Stitchery Lovers. I think her handle, she uses 2 strands on 25 counts. That's why I'm wanting to try it. Oh, wow. Is she using DMC or CXC? It might be a little bit more forgiving if you're doing DMC, but then again, it's 25 counts, so I presume it's probably quite full. And I think the person, one of the stitchers in the chat, the last time we talked about 25 counts, 2/1, I think the lady was using sharp needles rather than, you know, these blunt needles we normally use for cross stitching. I would like to try that, see if that flows, but then I'll probably need a new set of needles. It's a kind of slightly different operation there, because currently all my needles are my master sets and needle boards. They're all rounded, round tip needles. That's what we normally use, isn't it? So maybe sharper needles is going to help it. And Kelly says, Needle Kim posted a SWM. What's SWM? I don't know the lingo. Of Traveling Library this morning. Oh, interesting. I think Traveling Library can probably be benefited with really good coverage as well, because it's such a rich piece. And you don't want sort of stitches to kind of be too sparse and loose. I think is one of those candidates that can really be benefited by fuller stitches. Here we go. Why don't I do this one? Because this area is getting a little bit busy. So let me pick this one. That doesn't look right. 1, 2. Let me double check the color. 3A, 3, 0. Why does it look more brown, more red than brown? 3A, 3, 0. That is not the right color. Oh, that one. Okay. Ah, all right. Yes, I got it. I got it. It's all good. It's all good. I know what's happening here. I think for most people, 2 over 1, 25 counts would probably be very bulky. So it probably requires, like I said, sharper needles and also a little bit of patience as well. Because I can't imagine with 25 counts, 2 over 1, that you can go cross country. I think you're going to create a lot of problem stitching with all the boxed in stitches. Because even 22 is very full. I can imagine that sharper needles probably will make some difference, because a lot of times when the stitches are quite snugly together, is the inserting of the needles that's tricky. So I'm sure sharp needles will help. All right then, so this one, do I want to park? Let me have a look. It does look, no, I'm gonna end this color, because there isn't any neighboring stitches I can park. Okay. And let me have a sip of my coffee. I forgot. I have a cup of freshly brewed coffee right here, still warm. Yes, Kelly, I'm very happy with the finishing here, because you cannot see through the fabric at all. It's completely full, and yeah, it just feels like tapestry. It's beautiful. I love it. Oh, hello. Do we have... Hello. Nataxa. Is that Russian by any chance? Forgive me if it's not correct. The letters look Russian. Hello, hello, welcome. Anyone can translate? I can't. Yes, I know a few Russian words actually. I'm not there. I know spasiba is thank you, right? And I know, what else do I know? How do you say hello? Здравствуйте? Is it здравствуйте? I learned a few words a while back. I cannot remember. I think it's здравствуйте. That's hello. Спасибо. Thank you. Do not sue me. Okay? I never claim that I can pronounce Russian language. I probably butchered it. Sincere apologies to the entire nation. Yes, there you go. See you later, Kelly. And Clara Clara says, I even found 20 count very full for my taste. Or 20 count 2/1. I think 22 for 20 count is kind of okay for a 2/1. It's you know, it works. 2/1 on 20 counts, yes. So let's have a look. Do I want to pick this one up? Yes. Slow stitch at its best. Slow stitching right in front of your eyes. No AI, no trickery, no special effect with the camera. It's real. MM says, I miss Needle Ninja. I hope she's okay. I'm a big fan of Needle Ninja as well. Is it Needle Ninja? Yes. I kept saying Stitching Ninja. It's Needle Ninja, right? The lady that came up with snaking method. Because there are a few channel names that are a little bit similar. Oh, this stitch is not pretty. This stitch looks a little bit uneven. Let me figure out what's going on here. There's a little knot forming there, that's why. It doesn't like it. It happens with CXC sometimes. Sometimes they kind of... Oh, there we go. That's okay. Fixed it. For a moment I thought I had a little knot there. This is not a pretty stitch. Maybe I just cut it off because I'm not sure if I can fix it. There's a slight... There's one stitch here just went rogue. Decided to do its own thing. Here we go. I'll just take a new strand and fix it. 798. 798. Sig says, I got a suggestion today on my YouTube feed for an old video of Needle Ninja doing the snaking method on a little airplane in the bookshop project. I think Google was listening in yesterday on your live. Oh, I see. So Sig is saying, because yesterday, if you weren't here, we were talking about different stitching methods, and one of the methods that we discussed was Needle Ninja's snaking method. We're trying to figure out, why do you need to snake? Because that bit I couldn't really get my head around. And then Suzanne provided some insight there. Yes, you know, Six, you're probably right there. You know what happens with YouTube is they're not only reading into what's on the title or description, that kind of things, obvious things that you can see. They listen to every single video. So you probably notice if you go to a majority of the videos that has any kind of speech, it's got auto-generated transcript there, and that stays, that becomes part of the video. So you can download transcript of a video. So you know that they're reading, they're listening to everything you say, probably partially for censorship purposes in case you say something. But I think majority of that function is to provide YouTube so they know what the content is about, so they know what to do with it. So it's part of, you know, it's working with the algorithm and whatever. Because the title can be misleading or title can be vague. So, you know, it doesn't just rely on what you write down. It's literally listening to every single word you say. So you're quite right. Maybe we mentioned Nido Ninja yesterday, and YouTube just go, well, maybe 6 would be interested in her content as well. So try to push it your way. It's very cunning, isn't it? Nothing escapes YouTube, okay? Jackie says, I only took French. I'm useless this time. Yes, I tried French many times. I just couldn't, because I don't need it. Anything I don't need, I find it very hard to learn. I'm one of those desperate learners. If I'm desperate, I learn really fast. If I need to, you know, learn something very quickly, I learn very quickly. Otherwise, I learn very slowly. Unless I'm really interested, you know, if I'm just crazy about certain things. But language is such that you need to be able to use it like every day, all the time. Otherwise, you're just learning the theory. And 6 Nido Ninja has had indeed a very relaxing vibe. I know, I just love it. It feels very intimate, and she just talks about stuff, and she's very thorough with her explanation, and it's very relaxing. I think the channels I'm really enjoying as far as floss tubing goes is the, you know, people not trying too hard. You know what I mean? Because the moment you notice they're kind of trying to put on a performance or trying too hard to, I don't know. It's a vibe, as you say. I like that relaxing vibe, and knowing the person is just really just there stitching with me rather than trying to do anything to impress me or anything like that. So all the channels I like have that kind of vibe. And I'll put Nikki's channel in that category as well, and Ebony as well. I like their style, very relaxing to listen to, because they're just relaxed. That's what you want, you know. There's one stitch here with this color. Susan, if you've been counting, have I done 10 stitches yet? I'm not sure. I might have. I'll try to break 10 stitches today. My bar is pretty low. I don't have very high standard. when it comes to stitch counts. All right. I can do a little yogi move. I think this might be justified. To do a yogi move here. And then park it here. Betty says, as a former plumber, really? Wow. I'm very familiar with snake, but this is funny. But you know, Betty, well, maybe, I'm not sure if we're talking about the same thing because, you know, during COVID, me and my partner, we literally had to learn how to do plumbing ourselves because no one is, you know, no plumbers can come to the house. And we watched tons and tons of YouTube videos on instructions on how to unblock the sinks, unblock all sorts of things. And yes, I think there is a tool that you can, it's almost like a snake that you could kind of pull it through the pipes to clear whatever it is. Is that what we're talking about? Not that I know anything about plumbing other than that. Lizzie says, I keep meaning to try floss tube. I tried at the beginning of the year, but it was so nervous. I was sure sounded stupid. Well, I think it's about relaxing yourself first, because the thing is, there's no difference fundamentally when you are doing, you know, something like Stitch with Me. There's no difference the way you're stitching than you know, you having a friend next to you and you just talk about stuff and just do your stitching. I think it's about finding that kind of sweet spot. I mean, obviously you don't want to be so relaxed and no one understand what you're saying. So there's some sort of, you know, you do have to speak kind of, you know, consciously, so you don't start to slur words and because no one can understand you. But at the same time, you want to find that kind of, you know, sweet spot that you're able to relax yourself as well, genuinely relax. So I'm really relaxed when I'm stitching here with you, and that's the only reason I'm able to do it for a long time. Imagine if I'm trying to perform and do, you know, trying to impress all the time, I'd be exhausted. I'd be exhausted. So I figured it out earlier on. The only way I can do it is really just be myself and just be here. And if people enjoy stitching with me, they come forward. Otherwise, they can, you know, there are tons and tons of different channels they can watch. So, and I think it's working in some way because I you know, I'm relaxed. So I want to come back and keep doing it because it's fun. So, but it's probably not unusual to feel a little bit nervous in the beginning. It's more of, you know, not feeling under so much pressure that you try to be someone else, you know. You can't do that. So this one's 3371. 3371, just one stitch. I'm trying to decide where to take my thread to. I probably part down just one stitch. Oh, see, I'm stitching out of order already. With Gemma's method, you're not supposed to make this current stitch because the stitch on the left is not done yet, see? Oh, I say one thing and I do something else. Typical. Barbara says, in other words, it shouldn't be 3 sheets in the wind. Yes, absolutely. Stitch safely. Stitch safely. That's funny. Yes. All right then. This one. But I remember there were a few months ago, I think, I was drinking herbal tea. I was drinking chamomile because I just said, well, stitching is so relaxing, and let me drink something that's, you know, really mellow, really super relaxing as well. But I ended up feeling too relaxed. I was on the verge of falling asleep, if I'm honest, because the chamomile really puts you to sleep, for me anyway. Yeah, so I try not to drink chamomile tea while doing the live stream. Hello, Doug. Is it Doug Shaman? Welcome. What's that face about? Explain. Welcome. Lizzie says, "Is yogi move to stitch when you're not supposed to be not supposed to?" Yes, it's not really a yogi move because yogi move is supposed to be invisible. It's tucked under other stitches. This is more like a illegal move. Illegal move. All right, I'm gonna just do this one. Just mark that one and part down. Am I correct? Yes. Hi, Carrie. Carrie says, hi, Yogi. Hi, Carrie. Good to see you. Darksman. Darksman says, I just saw your video about parking stitches and now you're breaking the rules. Absolutely, Darksman. You know, Yogi is such a hypocrite. You know, I say one thing, I do the other. I know. Absolutely guilty as charged, Darksman. Oh, tough crowd. This is a tough crowd. I just knew it. Callan says, is there ever a wrong move when it's a yogi move? Yes, I could just, you know, if I'm making an illegal move like this, I'll just say it's a form of yogi move. All right. And it's not me. You can blame yoga. This is just how I move. All right. Oh, nothing escapes the chat. Yes. Go on then. All right. Let me cover the crime scene right here, okay? When you do something illegal, the next step will be cover it up as quickly as you can, so no one can turn around and go, "Hey, you're not supposed to be doing that," you know. So now I'm going to cover the crime scene quickly. And 3031. Yes, I was going on and on about, you know, you do not stitch if there isn't a stitch on the left and there isn't a stitch above. And here I am breaking the rules right in front of your eyes. But I am going to cover it up very quickly. So if you ever turn around and go, "Hey, Yogi, why did you do that?" I'll just go for the following step, you know, is 3 Ds. Deny, 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 okay? I'll go, what are you talking about? Never happened. What's the timestamp? Which stream? When did I ever do a illegal move, right? So This is how it's done, okay? Deny, deny, deny. Here we go. Lizzie says, you're such a rebel. I'm not too sure that's how I would describe it, but thank you. So I'm gonna do this stitch now. My excuse would be because previously, even though I was doing a Gemma stitching-esque method, I wasn't strictly doing a diagonal parking method. So that's why some threads were parked in a location that was slightly iffy, and that's why I have to kind of stitch in the wrong order, you see. So I know, excuses, excuses. Deny, deny, deny. See, it's gone. What are you talking about? And nothing, you know, I stitch in order. It's beautiful. It's Gemma's method. Oh, it's all covered up now. Oh, thank God. All right, and I am going to 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2 to the left. All right then. Oh, thank God. It's beautiful though. Look at that. Every stitch is so solid. I love it. Carrie says, I just stopped a piece that was 2 over 122 counts. My stitches were so uneven, it was driving me mad, driving me crazy. Lots of background, solid colors. So it was really obvious. Carrie, but so this is why I'm stitching this way. I don't know what stitching method you stitch that piece. I think 22, 2 over 1, you do not want to cross country or create any kind of cut, you know, even block by block cover, sort of color complete. It's going to create some problems when you have to go in between stitches and try to stitch the boxed in ones. That's why Gemma's method is the best, or maybe row by row. Anything that does not create floating stitches will work. It may be a little bit slower if you were me, but you know, as I said, Gemma is not slow. Gemma can stitch 200 to 300 stitches with this method in 1 hour. So that's by no means slow. And if Gemma was streaming for 3 hours, she can probably manage about 700-800 stitches. I wouldn't call that slow at all. I'm slow, okay? Refer to the channel name, please. I do not lie. I do not lie. Here we go. So 1 stitch here. I'm going to pick this one. It's nice and relaxing, you know. It's just methodical. And every stitch is beautiful. So I don't mind if I do 10 stitches for this session. I'm going to bring it down here. There. Grace Houston says, I wonder what the YouTube police will be thinking reading your transcript. Crime scene, cover up. I know. I know. Yes, I think my channel might be banned at some point. You know, we talk about strangling and a thread, part thread strangling method and all that shebang. I don't know. Exactly. We're going to be banned very soon, I'm sure. All right, let me pick this one up. That looks good. Darksman says no one will know. I know, I know. If you don't tell, you know, no one will ever know. And let me have a look. Let me see if I want to park this thread. So sometimes if it's too far away, is it far away further than a single block, I might not park because it's going to build up a lot of bulk underneath. So this one, I might not park actually. I'm going to just end it here with a nice little tuck in there. Right. Carrie, so Carrie, you were doing row by row, block by block. So stitches should be nice and even actually, because I think Gemma's method or row by row would be ideal for this combination. And particularly if you're using DMC, it should be a little bit more forgiving as well. Bear says, you always say the most suspicious things. Writers of my flatmates walk in, Yogi. I wonder what that they think I'm watching. Yes, stitching true crime, that's it. Yes. Cross-stitching true crime. I know. All right, that looks nice. That looks nice. And it's kind of, you know, diagonal, you know, loosely. It's not meant to be super neat. That's not a goal. But slowly, and surely, I'm smoothing out the diagonal line here. Let me have a look. Where should I go next? Let me pick up this one, or maybe around this area. I can work a little bit around this area, but I have to say this area is extremely confetti. You can see the color changes of the cushions here, and you can tell just by looking at the volume of the part threads here. Just this little area here, it's got this number of part threads, so it's an indication of confetti, but it's kind of, you know, orderly, you know. I'm doing one stitch at a time anyway, so it'll be okay. I am going to fill in these two stitches. They look slightly iffy. It's not supposed to look like this. Right. Covering up the crime scene continues. Here we go. 9:30. 9:30. I'm just trying to think, because there is a part thread here of that color. It's this one. Oh, never mind. Let me pick up a new thread. 9:30. 9:30.